Good morning. Happy Saturday. All right. Yep, that should work for us. Basically, we want to have a consistent hash, something that's predictable. We've had this value change, and I'm not a fan of that. These values should be consistent, and we just need to set up a hasher. It does not need to be cryptographically secure. It just needs to have a decent distribution. I'm looking at the fast hash library. I've used murmur hash in the past. Murmur 2 is pretty good. Ooh, what is farm? Ah, here we go. Hmm. Hmm. For strings. Morning. How's it going, Hedge? Um, does it is it a way to validate data with hashes in a card game with unknown enemy deck in progress? I'm really not sure. Not entirely clear on the question. This is nice. Identical on all platforms. That's good. Tell us more. 2x hash. Let's add that. Next seed is fine. One-shot hashing, which is really what we need. These graphs are boring flat lines. That's funny. Okay, let's give that a test. Panicked. Oh, fascinating. Was it? It doesn't do ARM? Wrong one. Oh, wait. I grabbed the wrong one, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, let's update this. All right, I had that part right. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Hmm. Okay, let's make sure that is enabled. All right, so we have that enabled. Now, so we can have our hasher here. I think that's fine. There we go. Okay, fast hash gone. I just want a consistent hash so that we don't have to worry about it across Rust versions or other changes. It does not have to be cryptographically secure, which is nice. Let's update our test. So the left should be this. This I don't understand. Why is one a 63 and the other is a 64-bit value? I think what I was looking for was that the high bit should have been clipped. It should have been masked out. Now I'm not sure if that actually happened. Hmm, okay. I don't think I care enough at the moment. Let's just make it correct. Okay. Now, all of the tests should pass. Now, for those that have been following along, let's take a step back. See, yesterday I didn't stream. I really wanted to, but I didn't. But last night I did take a peek at the problem we were having, and I ended up using Tokyo Console to help me figure out what what task is lingering. And I found that it was one of the spawned tasks. Just imagine that it's any one of these. Let's find a good one. It's not a good one. This'll work. Okay. Essentially, we were using a notify object, right? So Tokyo notify object. And what was happening was the notify all was happening before notify was listening for events. So there was a very short period of time, basically before this line and basically here, where we would run into a situation where this task would start up. It wouldn't ever know that it was supposed to shut down. So I swapped that out. Shutdown is now a cancellation token, which does give us some bizarre, like, it just doesn't read right anymore. Shutdown.cancelled. Like, no, this doesn't work. So either we wrap it in our own kind of task, or we just rename some things. So, given that this is a cancellation token, we could just rename it to that. Something very obvious. And what is this? This gives us a future. Okay. Which is just listened for here. Okay. Oops, forgot to rename it. Hey, Museum. And welcome, Raiders. Oh, nice. No, I don't have very many tests, so we'd have to go searching for the dots. There they are. All right. So we're renaming some things so the code reads better. Shut down. No, that's okay. Shut down. Here. Hey, Destruan. How are you? All right. Did we loop around? No, not yet. Cancellation token. Shut down. Shut down. Just a quick scan. All right, that's everything. How's it going? What is it? How are you, Big Ed 42? Hmm. Yeah, I'm just getting into the stream. It's a nice, clear day outside. Probably going to do this for a couple hours and then head on to some of my projects. It's looking to be a nice weekend. Okay. So now that the tests all work, because shutdown is correct. So I was able to set the thread count on this test to one worker thread, remove the timeout, and then also set up the console subscriber, which let me see which one of the futures was not returning. And then I was able to determine that there was a race condition via some console logging. Once I saw that, I knew that I had to swap out the notify um, object for a cancellation token. And that fixed everything. So it's much better now. There we go. Hey, Destruin, you gonna head out? Yeah. Well, take it easy. Yeah, might see you later. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Well, this is good that this is working. I want to see if there's anything I should really be concerned about. Like what any tests that we're really not covering. So let's take a look. Oh, Loom from Tokyo can be used to find async race conditions. Permutation based testing. Oh, that's cool. Hmm. I think the only place where I have issues was with shutting down, because otherwise things are just using channels and running on their own task. Yeah, I'm not using notify any longer. Just the cancellation token. Let's see, how would we use Loom? See, that's what I want. Just the Erlang way. We'll just call panic. Everything stops immediately. We're done, right? I love it. I think in the future, we'll have to have a better restart, and it might be much more like that. Kill everything, start it again. State reduction techniques. Okay. Hmm, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think I have like I use these all over the place. Other than that, I'm not doing anything with atomics directly. That's pretty cool. I'll probably have to start a project to use this. I mean, currently I just have 4 tasks that get started, and they communicate via channels. So I don't think it's all that. I don't know. This feels like it would be overkill because they don't synchronize. Except for maybe across a dash map. Yeah, maybe there's something. But even no, they don't even do that. At least not yet. They should, but they don't. All right. Let's go into MonoDraw. Okay. We mostly have the right side of data archive working. Right. We have it feeding into Iggy or something Iggy like TiKV, at least for our tests. Right. We haven't actually used TiKV and Iggy. We've used our quote unquote piggy substitute and sled instead of TiKV for our unit tests. Now, this side of the house I think is going to be fun to set up. Getting data planes, sending data to data archive. I like that. And we also have some work to do over here for writing to the wall log instead of the database directly. I was looking maybe a month or two ago, trying to figure out uh, if LightFS was actually doing the same thing. So with LightFS, they create their own sort of transaction from um, either a wall log or journal mode. But when they go to apply the change on the readers, they just seem to apply it to the database itself without changing the first page, which is what SQLite uses in order to know if some other process has changed something. Um, so I was quite confused on that. I didn't see it. It's probably in there. But if you're replicating a database and you're in wall log mode, it doesn't actually use, let's see, it doesn't actually use the page change info on page 1 to know whether or not it should abandon its current read caches. I'm curious. Oh, wall mode being unsupported. Well, that must be before you added wall mode. 10 a.m. I like the idea of working on that portion. It has some interesting pieces. Um, Updating the database.shm file. So that could be nice. But at the moment, I think I want to get it kind of working left to right and then fill in those rough spots. Let's get data into Data Archive. What do we have? Let's go look. We have stream here. Hmm. Is this not used any longer? Because this is stream database transactions, and we don't do that. We have a transaction ID, and that just gets sent. Okay. Now, what calls this? Replicate. This is from the client. This I'm starting to like. Okay. It's getting there. We've been chipping away at it for months. Now, Reverb Data Archive. This is good. Let's go to Data Proto and look at the data stream side. Reverb data stream. Record transactions. We get sent a transaction and we return a transaction result. Hmm. Success, failure, who knows? Okay. Now, I think our transaction should look like the other transaction. So from this file, we have a database transaction. It consists of these records. We have an ID, the pages of the database, which are here. Commit record, which is here. It's optional. I wonder how we share this amongst two different pages, two different places. Or does it even make sense? Let's think. Database transaction, ID, pages, commit record. Okay. Pages at the end of the transaction. We have the checksum before and after the change. This implies that somebody is going to be validating this. The server is not doing that at the moment. Transaction result. Yeah, that's what we reply with. All right. How do we share data types? Because I could see sharing some of those other types, those other messages. Hmm. It does seem like the server should be validating these things, the checksums, before and after the transactions. All right. And record transaction. This would be implemented by the server and used by data proto to send to the server. Data proto, what will it have? It will have data from the VFS, which is essentially the SQLite transaction from disk. Shield your eyes. We're going to look at SQLite documentation, SQLite.org. Looking for file format. It's one of these. Database header. File change counter. See, this is what changes if you're using, if you have multiple processes changing the same database file. One will change the file change counter. The other, before reading, will check this to see if it's changed. And then they can clear their caches. I could see getting to the point where we look at the the structure changes and send smaller chunks. Yeah, record format, blah, blah, blah. Where's the wall bits? Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Oh, but here, in wall mode, changes to the database are detected using the wall index, so the change counter is not needed. Hence, the change counter might not be incremented on each transaction in wall mode. Very important. Okay, here's the header of the file itself, and here's the frame header. So we'll have a page number. And when it's the commit record at the end of a transaction, this value is provided. And then some checksum info. Now, we will have our own running checksum. Because this is the checksum for the file itself and not for the state of the database. Okay. So we have pages. I wonder if there are ever duplicates in a commit. We could deduplicate those if they are duplicated. Or rather, last one wins. Because if it's a page, it's a page, right? It's a block of memory that we have to apply to disk. And then if my checksums are correct, we'll probably have to compute and provide checksums. And that's because the readers might have actually done compaction, or, well, they don't call it compaction here. What do they call it? Um, checksumming? No. Checkpoint. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's not very much data. Page number, size of the DB after the commit, the salt, which we don't really need. We do need it. We need salt 1. Basically, we need salt 1 and the checkpoint sequence number. Okay. Mm. I thought there was, what is it? There was something here. Transaction ID based on checksum 1 and checksum 2 of the wall log. Okay. Oh, these two. So we need those two. And that's expected to be of the first first page. And that's more clear. Number of pages. No, the pages in the transaction. Okay. Which page? Checksum of the data itself. And then the data. Okay, fine. Commit record. Okay. Yeah, I think it should just have the same structure. Okay. How do we import? Do we use? Or was that package? No. Import. Here we go. Wrote two message types. What? Oh, in Proto 3. Got it. And we're using 3. Okay. So we need to extract these out to their own file. Hmm. What should we call it though? Transaction? Wall transaction? I don't know. Or just transaction. What was it? Import. Were there quotes? Yeah, quotes. Database transaction. These go away. Okay. Oh, transaction result though. So we might have multiples of these making up a database transaction, and that then is returned. Do we want to have a stream of those so that we could acknowledge that a specific transaction ID um, has been received? See, I don't think so. Hmm. Database page. We don't have a starting checksum, which I think we do need. Probably on both sides. This, I think, is wrong. This is the wrong place for it, at least. It should be optional here. Then we can validate before we even attempt to start applying these. We say, okay, our starting point is the same. Good. Let's start applying these pages. And then when we get to the end, if everything matches, we commit it. Okay. Or do we trust that it's correct? Oh, I want to fail early on this. The only reason that we've split this up is because somebody could update the entire database, and we don't want to hold that in memory. We only want to have maybe 5 pages in flight at a time. So it needs to be streaming, right? Constantly streaming. Memory usage low. Okay, that is going to break some things. Two. Kind of wish there was a way to codify this. Codify. How do we roll back? How does the server roll back? So let's say we're over here, right? And a transaction is being written, but something happens. Maybe there's a file system error. Something. I don't know. How do we say the last 50 pages that we sent you are no good? We just start again? It seems reasonable. As long as the starting checksum is correct. Okay. Dumpy. How you doing? Okay. Data stream. Let's see if that actually works. Data proto. There we go. Okay. Lib protobuf warning. No syntax specified. Oh, I see. Yes. Let's fix that. Panicked. Protalk failed. Line 32. Optional. Transaction.proto was not found. Oh, seems to be defined as source transaction.proto. Okay. Super database page. What? Really? Okay. Do we need a package? Let's see. No. Oh, interesting. Source data archive.proto. Database page is not. Okay. We have to specify transaction. Let's see. That's on 2161. Expected. Hmm. It doesn't like that. Package foo.bar. They use a dot. Okay. 24. Okay. A streamline 8. We have too many supers still. There are still too many supers. Really? And this was generated by Prost. Hey, Scott B, how are you? Here, yes. General, good. I solved this with the include file function. I'll move all of them into the same folder. Wait, what? Doubt I was importing stuff incorrectly. What was the correct? Hmm. Oh, you had your first stack overload and core dump yesterday. I did it with traits. Huh. Let's take a look. So this is my script, my build. Let's see. Tonic build configured by its outer here. Photos and includes. Includes. Outer. We have a generated directory that we collect everything into. What is includes? Oh, it's empty. Photos. Cargo sets that env var to the correct path. Oh, the outer? I actually don't want to use outer, like the one that cargo sets. I want it to be in a separate directory next to the source directory so that we could go to data proto /generated and see the generated code more easily. Oh, this is interesting. Underscore. Huh. Okay. Yeah, transaction should be the one. Okay. Photos. We have our source files. Hmm. That's good. Yeah. Let's see. We have env cargo manifester source. So very similar to what you're suggesting, Museum. Interesting error. Wonder how this works. Why would it call create super twice? Super transaction. It's like it's going up or super. So data archive. So it must be trying to divine some sort of path between database transaction and whatever it has here. What is this? Stream database updates. So here, this because it's not reverb dot data archive and reverb dot transaction. Something like that. We just put it all in the same package. I don't know. Okay, now we have to prefix it. This feels weird. Hmm. Yes, okay, that's better though. Reverb.dataarchive.rs. Okay. Data proto lib. Failed to load file. Reverb.transaction.rs. It's in data proto generated. Oh, I think that's just a Helix issue with the LSP because we haven't loaded that yet. There. Now it knows it exists, and the error goes away. Yeah. Okay. Cargo build. Data archive.rs. Not compile data proto to do okay. I spelled that wrong. Go figure. Okay. Still too many supers. Okay. So it's not that. Ah, yes. Proc macros. Build scripts. There are too many leading super keywords. Import. Blah. It's okay. Let's get rid of those. Go back. Get rid of the extra bits there. Okay, that's gone. This should result in the same thing, and I'm probably missing one of those changes. No, okay. What version am I using? I'm using a much more recent version than that. Pile, proto.org. Did I say import or include? Okay. I was importing stuff incorrectly. Oh, man. Yeah, never mind. It's okay. Just walk away. Uh, file protos, source. Okay. Do I need that? Too many leading super keywords, yes. Never mind, I fixed it. Yeah. All right. Mouse expects them to be under specific mods. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. Not sure I agree with this, but I understand it. Okay, so they just have a bunch of top level files and say just include whatever's here. That seems weird. Hub mob. Wait, what? Okay. He wasn't wrapping the module in a top level module. Hmm. But how does it know that it's not supposed to say super super? Because it's not going to read this includes file. It's not going to analyze this. This is just for associating the output, but not helping with the generation of the output. Okay, let me look at this again. Compile protos. Super super does items snazzy. Hmm. I'm not sure I see it. Here, let's look at the example. Yeah, it's got to go up and down, but how does that help with the generation of the .proto file? Small library snazzy that defines a collection of new snazzy items. Okay. I don't think this helps us because he's not importing from two different locations. Yeah, it has to be interesting. Maybe. Hmm. My example contains basically items.proto, Google RPC status, and Google protobuf any. Okay. Items, any, and status. Got it. import. So the shirt is using a Google status here. So here, let's say package snazzy.items. This here means create snazzy items. Okay, I get it. So we're telling it to compile this, and this is its base directory. Did I? I don't think I did that right. This here. Is it Prost build? There we go. Interesting. So I have not provided that, I think. And I've probably included too much here. Let's see. File. Here we have our includes. Includes is empty. Let's say it's something like so. Expected path. Oh, yes. Okay. File was not found. Data archive.proto. Seemed to have a positive effect. Let's see if that keeps up. Getting closer, it feels like. It's the same thing still. But I think having that was better. Oh, panic at the end. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So they were having it with Google code, super Google. Prost isn't going to look at this. Prost just looks at items and, of course, the starting directory. Okay. Expects them to be under specific mods. Okay. So it's pulling in this includes. All right. Main pulls in the includes. Google protobuf any. Okay. Is that what it was before? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Source Google protobuf. So is Prost actually looking at this? That seems unreal. Hmm. Because it's generating some code for those. Yeah. So how would including this actually fix it if it's not actually looking at this? Unless the behavior changes by passing it includes? So why would that help? The side effects are that includes just sets up the module hierarchy. Okay. Yeah. But it doesn't have any impact on the generated code. Here, let's find one. This one here, right? Yeah, and that's great that it puts it in the right spot, but the code generator for this file doesn't read it, right? You assume it parses package name.foo and sees that it needs two supers. Well, so, okay. I think I'm following you now. So basically, because, well, we don't even have two elements. Foo.name. Oh, not there, here. This. So when it sees this, yes, I think we both agree that it's very unlikely it's looking at this. So it's looking at items.proto, determining that in items.proto, where is it? Here, packages snazzy.items. And we don't have a snazzy. Right? Yeah. Isn't their problem? They're having issues with the Google code. Let's go back down to the second piece. So they've created the includes. Fine. I want to see include file. Configures the optional module file name for easy inclusion of all generated Rust files. If set, it generates a file. Yes, wait. Generates a file? Inside the outdoor, which contains a set of pubmod blah statements combined. Okay. Agreed. Fascinating. So we don't actually have to generate this. We just need to specify where we want it to be. Hmm. Um, I don't know. Important to maintain the same structure as in the proto. Ah, okay. Outdoor dot push. Wow, if I could spell. Oh, that's right. That doesn't work like that. Outdoor, you're a path buff. Let path equals out, up, push, out. What? It is sad. Outdoor, I don't think, I think I have to clone that because I'm using outdoor for something else. Right? I can't just use that. Okay, it's canonicalized. Include file. Clone. Oh wait, it's just include file.push at this point. Okay, we still have our super. However, our structure is supposed to mimic. Back to now, you were saying that the difference. And it has a new comment. It is important to maintain the same structure as in the proto file, as in the proto. Okay, interesting. So that gets generated now. Really? That's it? What? How does that fix it? Doesn't. Oh, wait. Did I read this wrong? There are too many leading super keywords. Because of the module structure, it wasn't at that location. Oh, so Rust was telling me that I structured my output. Oh, I get it now. Okay. It wasn't an error from the generated code. It was an error in how I was structuring my lib.rs file. And Rust was being helpful, saying, hey, just remove this and it would be fine. Okay. Well, hey, this It's now all generated. I don't have to worry about updating these. Yep. The structure was correct. I just didn't see that before. I was confused by the error message because I was taking this in the context of it looking at the Prost generated code. Yes. And it was analyzing that, not that it was trying to reason through how I glued together the Prost generated code, which is what the problem was. Okay. Well, I think we've made improvements. I like that I never have to touch this file again. That's really nice. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they're not using crate : instead of super super. Like, it does seem like it would be, I don't know, maybe more direct. Maybe because here, because I could have put it anywhere, right? I could have said this is mod foobar, and maybe how I'm gluing it together wouldn't be correct using crate, but it would be correct if it was relative pathing using super super. Okay. Yes, I get it. I guess it just depends on what your frame of reference is, right? If is it the root or is it where you are? The generated code should be a separate crate. Yeah, that would be, I'd be fine with that too. Okay. So now we have data stream. It's using the same thing. Still not sold on this. Kind of looks like a tri-state boolean. It does, doesn't it? Well, in this case, just trying to say for this transaction, there was some error. You know, was it 0? Is it 1? Is it whatever? And then maybe what the message is. I expect this would be some other kind of enum, but eh, it's fine for now. You can fill that in once we know what the errors could be. I don't feel like I changed that much stuff. Oh, I did fix that, yes. That just got cleaned up, right? Yes. Hmm. Oh, I renamed that. That's right. Okay. Let's do one thing at a time. Environment now has that and this. Good. We have any other? I think that's it for that. Okay. Okay. What else? Proto bits. We don't know that that works everywhere yet. However, this renaming, what is this? It's just cleaning up. Yeah. Okay. What else? There are failures. I'm gonna pour some tea. Where is that now? Database information response. Is it repeated now? No, data proto. It's no longer at the top level for these. I see. So now we have data archive and data stream. I think this is all data archive bits. Ah, yes. Is that not? Okay, that is there. Good. Where is it? Hit proto data stream. Ah, okay. Ambiguous associated type. Really? Ah, good. Getting down to the real errors. Back to that. Why are we qualifying these? All right. I think we've gotten them. Let's do a quick check. Almost. Database information response is that. All right. Now, where do we start? Let's start at the top. Where are we? We are inside of changed server transaction. Where's that called? In a test. All right. We get a transaction and send it. Got it. That record is missing end DB checksum. Oh, it's just a naming. Okay. Start DB transaction. Now, in this case, it's we need to know the checksum of the database. There we go. That's checksum. I'm sure the test will fail and we'll know what the correct answer is. Database transaction, missing start. Same thing. And DB checksum. Let's just rename this to end DB checksum. It won't just do it for me. Um, missing type, core transaction stream. Not. Not all trade item implemented. Okay. Reverb data stream. Just take me to your leader. There we go. And record transactions. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it. Async trade. Okay. Vault async. Same thing, right? It's a little bit different because of the super bits. Database transaction. Transaction result here, and this is a record transaction stream. Okay. So there are changes. Good. Super. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Good. Can you do that? You can't, Drat. This is a needs to implement stream and return result transaction. Ah, right. Okay. That's kind of what we want to work on next. Let's leave that for a moment. Oh, that is in mutate. That has to do with mutate. It's fine. Mutate again. Context. Here we go. Required for mutate server to implement blah blah blah. Okay. I think this just comes down to mutate server not being quite right yet. It's good. Okay. Let's go back to mutate. All right. Let's say this is an unbound sender. that's not quite right. Um, no, it's a wrapper. What is it? It's a Tokyo Stream wrappers unbounded receiver stream. Hey, Scott B. You're trying to accomplish what you're trying to do is not possible. Now that you know that you have it working very well now. Well, that's good. I'm glad that's working. Things good. Yes. Because, all right. Let's get this checked in. Little work in progress bit. Oops. Was that mod? Okay, fine. Replicate. Now this is for the incoming side of the servers. So this is going to be for the data coming into data archive, which we will also want to test. Tempted to start further up, but I think we understand, or at least I do, what data we have available in the VFS. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. So what does this actually need to do? Check that the starting checksum. How does it know which DB it's for? Okay. Check that the starting checksum for DB is hmm, what the pages in the database withheld. What else? What else? Oh, and I guess this is kind of not right. We still need to stream it out. Um, all right. I think that's going to be about it for me today. I think I want to start up here. I need to figure out the name bit. Data proto. See, data archive, you would have asked for a specific database, and then you would receive the transaction. However, here we don't know what database this is for, so the context is lost. Yeah, we don't include that. Might need some wrapper or just a different data type. Why not? Yeah. All right. Stuff to think about. All right. Thank you all for hanging out. Wish we would have raid today. And Musean, are you done for the day streaming? Well, I could raid you if you want to start up again. Oh, you have disabled raids. That's right. Target channel has disabled raids. Disable the disable real quick. Intended for mature audiences. All right, here we go. Well, thank you all. Until next time. Bye bye.